What's up guys, Reaper of the Mist here, and in today's video we are continuing with what if Naruto was Madara's grandson. We continue our what if with Naruto on his knees in front of the grave of Madara Uchiha as a white creature comes out of the ground. Naruto turns to this creature and says, "Zetsu, what is the situation with my clone?" Zetsu replies, "Oh, he's doing alright, but he's not really all that good. He's decent, but in comparison to you, he's a failure and no good. A worthless maggot, if you will." Naruto has a disgusted face on him. He turns to the Zetsu and asks why the Zetsu clone has made him. No, why the blood clone is like that. As Zetsu explains everything. "Oh, well, you see, after the Ninetales attack, the Uchiha got pushed out. It seems you were just in a bad time to be born. And after the Uchiha massacre, everyone started paupering him, showering him with love and affection, but he hated all of them, and soon they started to hate him. He had been neglected and ostracised all his life by Uchiha and the village. The only person to really show him any affection was the third Hokage." Troubling," Naruto replies. "It seems that I will have to go to my clone. Are the preparations ready?" "Yes, the absorption of the clone will be ready soon, but are you prepared for the recoil?" "I will have to do my best." As Naruto gets a nauseous look on his face. It seems that it's time to pay a visit to Konoha. He turns to Zetsu and asks, "How long until the graduation?" "The graduation will be in 6.5 months. 6.5 months, Naruto replies. "Well, how about that? Zetsu, get the stuff and meet me in Konoha." As Naruto activates his Mangekyo Sharingan and is swirled away in a vortex. "Do you think he'll be prepared for what is to come?" White Zetsu asks Black Zetsu. It seems that he'll have to be prepared either way. We can't help him. He can only help himself." "Oh, well, that's just you being mean," White Zetsu replies. As White Zetsu gathers the things, a swirling vortex appears outside of Konoha. "So this is Konoha," Naruto says out loud to no one in particular. "It seems that what my grandfather created turned out to betray his kin." As Naruto looks over at the abandoned Uchiha Naruto thinks to himself and wonders if he or Sasuke is in the CRA. I wonder. as Zetsu appears beside him. As the two of them stand on the tree looking over Konoha. Zetsu, do you have it? Naruto says in a voice very similar to Madara, but still his own. Indeed. Are you prepared for this? I don't really have a choice. As Naruto puts a hand on Zetsu's shoulder and they both disappear in a swirling vortex. Naruto clone POV. Naruto gets home with his groceries. Some oranges, apples, general fruits, and meat and stuff for food. General supplies. As suddenly there is a vortex in his room. No, a vortex in his living room. He jumps up suddenly and he sees himself with 3 Tomoe Sharingan glaring at him. Naruto is shocked not only to see another him, but one who has the Sharingan. Despite everything that had happened to Naruto, he had not awakened his Sharingan. Real Naruto. So this is the clone that my grandfather made. How pathetic. A clone? The Naruto clone asks, confused. I would explain, but I don't really feel bothered to do it. As Naruto wraps the clone in black chains and pulls him over, causing him to fall to the ground. Filthy weakness, what a disgusting, pathetic mess. He turns to Zetsu and says, Zetsu, do it. As Zetsu gets out, a strange thing. To call it advice would be incorrect, but whatever it is, he stabs it in the back of the Naruto clone's neck, and then in the back of neck of the real Naruto. As Naruto falls back and falls unconscious. Naruto's been like this for 2 weeks. As he is absorbing years of knowledge and awareness and personality of his clone. Because of this, he will pick up some of the clone's emotions, memories, and feelings. Like, despite the fact he has never met the third Hokage, he will care about him greatly. But just because he's absorbing his personality and emotions doesn't mean that Naruto will change too much. His general attitude towards others in reality will change, but his feelings towards the Senju or the Uchiha or his grandfather will not change. 2 weeks later, Naruto wakes up from his coma to find that 2 weeks has gone past. He looks down at his hands and gets used to this new feeling of living 2 lives at the same time. Naruto and Zetsu prepare and he goes off to the academy. He turns to Zetsu and tells him to return to Toby and tell him to activate Kai. Zetsu nods and goes back to the hideout and activates the Zetsu known as Kai. He is named Kai, meaning ocean is a tribute to his mother's water affinity and his Uzumaki heritage. He walks into his classroom with a completely different hairstyle and messy spiky hair. As everyone looks at him, wondering if this was Naruto. They accept it, given that now he just looks more like an Uchiha. Sasuke sees this and immediately goes over to him and says, "Just because you've changed your hairstyle and you look different doesn't mean you're better than me, you dope. You're still the weakest Uchiha." Naruto turns to him and says, "You know nothing of my capability, and you don't even know how many Uchihas there are. So perhaps you should shut your mouth while you still can." Naruto get Sasuke gets annoyed at this and throws a punch at Naruto. Naruto simply sidesteps him and trips him and walks away. As Sasuke looks at him in anger. "Stupid dope. How could they do that to me? I'm an Uchiha, an elite. And he's just the dope of the Uchiha, the disgrace. I'll show him. I'll show him and his filthy, tainted blood." Not a lot of people know this, but Naruto was ostracized from his clan because his mother was an Uzumaki. It was known that the Uzumaki were very close with Senju, and despite having an alliance for over 100 years, there's still a little bad blood. There was still a little bad blood before the massacre. Naruto just sits down and puts his head down as he sits at the window. He feels a nice cold breeze on his face as he relaxes and falls asleep. Iruka sees this, gets angry, and throws a book at him. Naruto, despite being asleep, sees this and catches the book, much to Iruka's surprise and everyone else's. Naruto asks why he threw a book at him, and Iruka says it was because he fell asleep. Naruto nods and throws the book back at Iruka as he catches it and puts his head back down. Iruka uses his big head jutsu and screams at him to pay attention. Naruto smirks and says that he is paying attention with his eyes closed. And it's not snoring he's hearing, it's his brain digesting all the information. He says with a sickeningly sweet smile. Iruka smirks at this and says, "Fine then, answer this question I just explained." Naruto easily answers it and says that it's a pretty easy and basic question that any idiot can answer it. This surprises everyone, and Mema looks at Naruto and says, "You think you're so cool, don't you?" As Naruto looks at Menma and says, "I don't care about what people see me as socially. And if you do, then you're gonna be a pathetic ninja." As he looks at Sasuke, Sasuke turns to him and asks who is he looking at? Naruto just says, "An arrogant, prideful, what's the word? Brat. An arrogant, prideful little brat." As Sasuke resents this and tries to throw a punch at Naruto, but he catches it and twists his wrist. He tells him to sit down while he still can. Sasuke grunts and sits down. Iruka continues with the lesson while Naruto pretends to sleep while having a mental connection with Kai. Kai, yes, what is it, master? Do you want me to kill someone for you? No, I don't need you to kill anyone. Well, not yet, Naruto replies. Oh, but I really want to kill someone, Kai says. You'll get your moment soon, Kai, don't you worry. How is the situation going with Nagato and the rest of the Akatsuki? Everything is going relatively to your plan. White Zetsu and Black Zetsu explained everything to me. I see, Naruto replies. So tell me, Kai, who is your loyalty to? My grandfather or me? Kai replies with, oh, but I am somewhat of an embodiment of your will, Naruto. So, if it came down between you and Madara, my allegiance would be to you. I see. Well, isn't that interesting? As Naruto chuckles to himself. How are the preparations going for Sasuke? Everything is going good. Tell me, what are your plans for the Uchiha? Well, you'll find out soon enough. As the day ends and everyone goes home, but Sasuke interrupts Naruto and tells him to fight him. Naruto agrees and tells him to walk with him. They go to a training ground that Shisui and Itachi used to fight each other on. The two of them got in their stances and fought. While the fight was good, it was evident that Naruto was far superior. As he tries to attack Naruto, but he seems to be going right through him. Naruto grabs him by the throat and forces him to look into his eyes as he gets sucked into the Kami dimension. As Naruto swirls away in a vortex, which he just used to absorb Sasuke. Sasuke looks around frantically at this weird dimension as a swirling vortex appears, and Naruto says that he is going to explain everything. As he asks what is with his eyes, how does he have those eyes? How did he get the Mangekyo Sharingan? Well, that's a long story, Sasuke. But you could start at the beginning. Sasuke asks, what is the beginning? As Naruto looks at Sasuke, he says, first, I am Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha, and I am the grandson of Madara Uchiha. And that's where I'm going to leave it for this part. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you like this, please hit the like button, leave a comment. I love reading your comments. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload the video. And yeah, I didn't want I kind of wanted this all to be one part, but I was surprised at how long this actually took. I'm not sure how long the video is, but I'm seeing it being at least 23 minutes, maybe. I'm not too sure on that, but yeah. If it's shorter than 23 minutes, I'll upload another part within the first 12 hours ish. I plan on uploading a lot more to this part, and I plan on making the parts more in detail and genuine stuff like that. I'm seeing at least part 20 before I get to Shippuden, but I digress. Peace out, guys.